Hello everybody, it's Devon Nicholson here, and this is my update for week 19 of my experimental Incivek hepatitis C treatment. And I have a very special guest here today, my girlfriend, Laura, who has been with me through much of this hepatitis C journey, including my very first treatment, which I actually had to stop last year, or not last year, but during my last hepatitis C treatment at week 19. Now, last week I talked to Maximilian Moscow, who directed my movie, This is Hannibal, and he went over a little bit about the week 19 incident at the gym that he witnessed. And after I was done from the gym that day, I actually came here because we were supposed to go out for dinner later that night, and obviously we didn't end up going out for dinner. I got here, ended up throwing up in your driveway, and then do you want to let people know what it was like that day when you saw me and how I was different from normal?
So Devon seemed very weak on that day. You could see that he was not all there. I think it was called a mild stroke. So a mild stroke technically is half of your body is not feeling the same, you can't feel it. So he was expressing to me that he couldn't feel his hand properly, he felt shivering, very cold also.
I remember I was actually in my whole winter outfit.
Yes.
Then I went up to your bedroom.
Yeah, and he covered under the blanket for a couple of hours, I would say. It wasn't safe neither to drive or to bring him anywhere. He was feeling weak, shivering, cold. His speak language was not as clear as it is today, I would say. Those side effects were quite frequent. It was pretty scary, definitely scary. Not sure what to do or how to help about it.
So would you consider that the last treatment was not a good experience for either you or I?
Absolutely not a good experience for neither of us. It's a very hard treatment on the partner also. It takes a lot of Devon, but it also takes a lot of the caregiver to be assisting on supporting Devon through this. So it was overwhelming probably the first time, and the shock of seeing him so weak, such a big man, strong person, strong personality too, always a very big athlete, figure-wise, very physically strong, and now seeing him weak, actually, very weak. It's not the same. It's hard to see someone going through this and supporting the person who is sick, and part of the treatment is to be difficulty of, how can I say, it's physically and mentally exhausting. I think for both of us could be a good example.
And we both were actually under the impression, because my doctor said last time that there would be an excellent chance I would actually be cured of the disease, hepatitis C, because I was testing negative almost the entire time I was on treatment last time. And that's one of the reasons why they said if I finished at week 19, due to the side effects from the treatment being worse than the disease itself at that point, it probably wouldn't make that big of a difference whether I was cured in the end or not. But however, it came back, and I remember you were actually the second person I called when I found out that it was back. It was July 13th, 2010. I was preparing to have an MMA fight. It was 6 months post-treatment. I had gained all my size back, and I was also lean and fit. But do you want to tell me what was going through your mind when I called you and told you that the hepatitis C was back?
I think the whole treatment has been overwhelming, but the doctor didn't make us believe that it was gone or fully gone, but you still put your hopes up, and you want this disease to be gone. And when you see that it's tested negative and the treatment is working positively towards a happy ending, you kind of puts your hopes up. So I guess I was, as Devon was, counting the days, hoping that it would work, we could move on with our life. And our projects and the projection we had to in the future. And I guess it was just a shock that actually some people it works, and for Devon it didn't, and we're back to.
And it was rough on our relationship, very rough.
Absolutely.
We even ended up taking a very short break directly due to the hepatitis C. That caused a lot of strain in our relationship.
Yeah.
But we ended up realizing that we really loved each other, and we didn't let the hepatitis C get in our way. But it's been rough, and this disease has affected our relationship directly, and it hasn't just been the disease. There's been a lot of terrible things in our life. I had an obsessed person actually stalking me for a year. There's now a peace bond against her. The Crown Attorney, which is actually the district attorney in the US, took over my case of the obsessed person because it became so serious, and I wasn't the only one being harassed by this individual. You were as well. All of my friends were as well. And now this individual can't even come within 250 meters of us without the police being involved. So it's been a very tough go at it. And luckily we got some good news, and I was able to get on a second treatment.
Yeah.
And what was your reaction to finding out that I was going to get another shot at this?
Well, it's a lifetime experience in a positive way that he's very lucky to be able to do this. Financially, those treatments are extremely expensive, and the government doesn't cover all the time. They only cover once. So it was, I think I was excited to see that we had another chance to getting cured, and Devon would be able to move on again. So it has been ups and downs, but definitely positive that a happy ending can finally happen for us.
What would you